Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. With you on demand Tuesday through Saturday. We're going to get you our goals to get you 6 picks from 6 cappers. Major League Baseball here to start it off. Let's bring in Rod Zawacky. Find him over at Pick Dog Stream. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much, Tony. Hey, baseball's starting to wrap up. We're starting to slowly. There's a few question marks still remain. Slim hopes for the game we're looking at today. Definitely slim. I think it's a small percentage. They need some teams ahead of them to completely drop off a cliff, but otherwise they're in deep trouble. But hey, they're still battling the game we're looking at. But other than that. Looking forward to the week 4 of NFL already. Pretty good Monday nighter there. If you're a Baltimore fan, do you hit the panic button early already? King Henry in the fumble, man. Fumble, fumble, fumble. He did 2 of that now. A couple of weeks where he's turned the ball over. So still early in the season there. But hey, Baltimore has now got some even more pressure on what was already the pressure on them this year. So.
Yeah,
but we love sports. It's that time of year. Hey, hockey's almost back as well. So.
I know. We're getting games on NHL Network now. We had TV games yesterday, so I'm looking forward to that. So
we did. We had some TV games. We actually got to watch some. So I was like, some of the names, I'm like, I don't know who that is, but that's a rookie guy, and you're looking at him. I'm going, hey, we're getting some first looks. So I'm excited. Lots of. It's that time of year. It's like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
Most people are like, oh, there goes summer. And I'm like, all right, here comes hockey.
Hockey,
definitely looking forward to the new season.
Absolutely. So we'll get to the baseball here for today. Cardinals and Giants here. Probably a wild card eliminator, no doubt. We see the Giants here, $1.24 here as it opens, total 7.5.
Yeah, and this is definitely, you see the total of 7.5, going to feel like a playoff game here between these two. And you're looking on the bump for the Giants. It's going to be Robbie Ray going here, and man, I don't know. Did he hit a brick wall? Robbie Ray was rolling along, but he's had some of those games where he pitches well and then he doesn't get the run support, and that's kind of seen some what we've seen from the Giants down the stretch here. They're lacking that offense. Their offense only hitting about 177 the last 10 games, while the Cardinals' offense hitting about 253. So for me, you got to lean the edge to the offense with the Cardinals, and then for me. What we've seen out of Robbie Ray over his last few starts, I have not liked what I've seen. I like Sonny Gray here in the spot, and he's the guy on the bump for the Cardinals here going in this one. His last few starts, hey, we've seen out on the road 8.88 and 3 this season out on the road with a 2.63 ERA is Sonny Gray. He's got that 1.18 whip. His year numbers are pretty good as well. 14-7 on the year with a 2.73 ERA. Great numbers for Sonny Gray. Definitely, he's a couple of Ks away from hitting 100 on the road this season. So you look what he's done over his last few games. Strikeout crop's been at 5.5 for this guy, and he's went over in 3 straight over 5.5. So we'll throw that in for you. Take Sonny Gray over his strikeout prop. He's done that in 4 of the last 5 games as well. And we will take the Cardinals here at the little plus price. I like Sonny Gray on the bump. I think he gets some more run support than what they give Robbie Ray. Take the Cardinals in this one.
Yeah, from Rod. Yeah, as far as contracts goes, both pitchers are locked through 2026, and it's an option year in 2027 for Gray. So both these pitchers have, I couldn't be surprised. Robbie Ray on a $115 million contract that he's under with 1 more year on it.
Yeah, with 1 more year on it, so I'm surprised. Did he take the foot off the gas and going, all right, they got a whole nother year. The chances of us making the playoffs are slim. I think they battle, but as I alluded to, that Giants bats, we've seen it a few times this season, that they went ice cold, and that's probably what cost them this playoff spot. Because I know there was a good chunk of about 15 games there out on the road they couldn't hit a beach ball, and it's looking like it's starting to rear its ugly head. I don't know if the Devers trade equated to what they wanted for the Giants side of things this year. So I got to go with the Cardinals here in the plus price with the dog on the road.
Cardinals here plus 106, 9:45 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Cream here for the card here on Wednesday. Soon, Rod, great results over the last 7 days. 481 units of profit. Document over at Pick Dog Cream. That's based on a $100 unit wager size. What do you have for sale, Rod?
And for me today on Wednesday, hey, we got a couple of MLB going for you today. It's that's what the docket holds. It's that time of year. We're looking for some more sports to kick in. But hey, we got lots of sports kicking in We got Thursday's action. I have a Thursday play up there for you already in the Thursday night NFL game. I got a Friday college football that I have up already for you as well, and definitely plenty more action Saturday. And then we're back to do the full slate on Sunday. I think this week is the Europe game in Dublin. I think is where it is this weekend in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, on that Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern game to kick it off. So definitely I'll have a play on that one as well. So it's that time of year you want to jump aboard long term here at Big Dogs 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. All them sports overlap, and you don't want to miss on any of the plays I got. So hey, jump aboard. Take advantage 2-for-1 capper promotional. You can see I'm not the only hot capper over the last week, the last month. Definitely jump aboard. Let's continue to stack the units. It's that time of year to stack the units. So jump aboard. Let me put some money in your pocket.
That's right. Zach News, Rod over at Pick Dog Stream. See great results there from Rod. Remember the promo code Pick at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. Link in the description to get right on over to Rod's handicapper page. Click the premium tab, click the Coppers link, and get signed up. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Definitely. Take care, everybody. Have yourself a nice winning night, and we will catch you tomorrow. See you guys then.
Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. More Major League Baseball coverage here for you on this Wednesday. Let's bring in Wayne Scott. Find him over at Pick Dog Stream, producing great numbers up there. Wayne, what's happening?
Not much, Tony T. Everything's going solid with me. Hope everything's going solid with the Pick Dog family out there. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Baseball here for Wednesday. We got the Rays and Orioles going at it in FS1. $1.08 on both sides. We see the total coming here at 8.5 runs.
Yeah, a little divisional battle to close down the season. Orioles and Rays both been struggling as of lately. Rays expected, though, tough gauntlet over the last 10 games. Orioles, not so much, just facing New York, White Sox, and Toronto. I'll give them credit for the New York and Toronto. They're struggling in those games. But neither that said, Shane Baez up, and I don't trust him on the road. He hasn't been looking as good in the road. He's had a couple of no-hitters recently, and then he's had games where he's got slack for 5 to 3 runs. On those games where we can see the worst version of him is mainly on the road in these spots. On the other side of that, Tyler Wells steps up for the O's. In his 3 games back, he's allowed just one run in a majority of those games. Look strong early. Orioles bats are nothing to brag about right now, but neither in the Rays or the last 2. They've had a couple outliers, but they're not batting well either. I like the O's. I like the value on the O's. I think they have the pitching matchup. I don't trust Shane Baez right now, so give me the O's at home.
All right, we got Wayne's going to go ahead and take care of Baltimore. Tyler Wells here against Shane Baez. Likes the Orioles side. You know, this Orioles team has been hit hard with the injuries to their pitching staff. We're seeing pitchers like Wells, Bradish, and company. There's 3 starters that were out for most of the season, starting to see play here in the last month of the year.
Yeah, you still got to evaluate these players. Although, like you said, they missed majority of the season. See what you got coming in the next season. See how they're going to do. And they've been the guys that they were kind of last year, stepping into form. Kind of too little, too late. But it's good to know that they're going in the right path. So whether the Orioles decide to keep them, trade them, you still got to see what you got.
There you go. We got Wayne here. Orioles minus 108 here against the Rays. 6:35 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream here for the card on Wednesday. A lot of baseball for you here on Wednesday. No W here. It's a big football weekend. Football coming up. You can see Wayne over the last 7 days. 434 units of profit. That is documented over at Pick Dog Premium. Matter of fact, when we click the link in the screen, you'll land here on the premium site. You can look up Wayne's records and his handicapper page here on the premium site. Wayne, what you got for sale?
Exactly what Tony said. Solid baseball card. Definitely have a MLB player today, and you get something long term coming into football. Had an outstanding college football weekend. Look to continue that. NFL, a little rough one, but we'll bounce back. Nothing that I can't shake back from. So grab something long term, or you can just grab my MLB player today.
Very good. Get on board with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Stream. You know, these results are based on a $100 unit wager size, so get on board and click that link in the description and get on board with Wayne. Long-term subscription is the way to go with all these sports overlapping. Football as well as baseball. Baseball playoffs beginning next week. and use the promo code PICK to save that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again later in the week.
For sure. Appreciate you for having me. Good luck with all your bets out there, Pick Dog family.
All right, Wayne Scott here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. More Major League Baseball coverage up next. Let's bring in Ron Romanelli. Find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's put up some solid numbers up on the leaderboards. Ron, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball for Wednesday. We've got a day action here. And, of course, we do have Tatis questionable, but this may be a game really for Brewers looking to get that 1-seed. Padres trying to gain ground on the Cubs. I know they'd love to win the division, but the Cubs are closer to them because of the tiebreaker. They could actually host the wild card round if they catch the Cubs. We'll see how that rolls here. Padres and Brewers head-to-head. How do you see it?
Yeah, this late in the season, you're always wondering about motivation. There's certain teams that have either locked up their seed, like the Brewers, basically a lock to be the number one overall seed in the National League. Some teams are eliminated. But for me, I think there's going to be motivation for the Brewers with Quinn Priester starting for Milwaukee. We're still waiting for the official starter for San Diego. Looks like Dylan Cease could be an option. But for me, Priester is an auto bet right now for the Brewers. They've won 19 straight Quinn Priester starts. He's had 12 decisions in those 19 games, and some of these have been close games, but not as of late. The last 5 starts, the last 5 wins for the Brewers with Priester on the mound have all been by more than 1 run, so a lot of run line covers to go with it. He's pitched better on the road this season. He's pitched better in day games like this one, so he's coming off a great outing, 5 2/3, 2 runs, 10 strikeouts against the Angels. I got to keep rolling with this Quinn Priester Brewers streak. I'm going to roll with the Brewers on the money line.
Yeah, who saw this with Quinn Priester back in the leading up to this? But, that's baseball, right? Sometimes you get the right coach, the right situation, and it works out for you. Brewers and Phillies could be the 1-2. Is that the NLCS? You could see that. What are your thoughts here in the NLCS possible matchups?
Yeah, that would definitely be a good one. I think still can't count out the Dodgers and even these Padres. They did some work at the deadline. That bullpen is one of the best in the league. They still have a strong rotation, a lot of clutch hitters in the lineup, Tatis, Arias, Machado. So for me, and I think a lot of people agree, the National League is a lot stronger than the American League this year. I think that whoever wins the National League, which it could be the Brewers, they will be the favorites in the World Series. Unless it's up against the Yankees, that's where you may see a competitive price there. But the Brewers, they have to like their chances. This is just a team that does the little things right. They steal bases, they get on base, limit strikeouts, great pitching, their rotation, one of the best in the league, especially with a guy like Priester. I know the Pirates are kicking themselves. They didn't see this from Quinn Priester, and neither did I. But, they're a great story.
Yeah, no doubt. Great story there. The Brewers, they got that good home field as well, but they're on the road here. Brewers here to get it done against the Padres for Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Frame. Looks like it's all baseball here on a Wednesday. It's getting that time of the year. Major League Baseball, big card up on the board right now. You can see Ron, fantastic results over the past 12 months, over 4,300 units of profit. And you can verify that by just clicking the link here on the description, land you on the premium side. You'll see Ron at the top of this leaderboard for the past 12 months. What do you have for sale, Ron, over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, for Wednesday, we'll have our rundown best bet, favorite play in Major League Baseball. This weekend, got some great football plays, locked and loaded, college football, the NFL. Of course, the WNBA playoffs still rolling. Having a great season overall, like you mentioned, in the last year. So looking to just keep cashing tickets.
Keep cashing tickets there with Ron Romanelli over at Pick Dogs for him. Of you can see the units that he's put together, 4,306 units of profit documented. That's based on a $100 unit wager size. And, of course, you pay a visit to his handicapper page and get on board. All right, Ron, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony.
Ron Romanelli here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru, continuing coverage here in Major League Baseball. Let's bring in Damian Sosh. Find him over at Pick Dogs for him. Damian, what's going on?
Hey, how we doing, Tony? Getting down here, the nitty-gritty, the end of the baseball season coming up. Some pretty important games here left on the schedule, obviously, and we're going to take a look at one of them here with the Reds and the Pirates.
Yes, we are. Important there here for the Reds. We'll get to it right here for the Wednesday coverage. Pirates at Reds. We see the Reds $1.16. Total coming here at 7.
Hey, every game here now is really important for the Cincinnati Reds. They've taken hold of that last wild card spot. They own the tiebreaker over the Mets. But I really think the value in this one lies in the under. We got a really good pitching matchup here. Paul Skeens going against Hunter Green. Skeens has really kind of owned the Reds in his career. He's 4-0 against them, just a .39 ERA. He's faced them just one time this season. Went 6 innings, no runs, and 8 strikeouts. Hunter Green has had, very similar success with the Pirates. Maybe not as far as the one loss, but he's a 2.51 ERA in 8 career starts against Pittsburgh. He's 1-0 against them this year. 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, no runs, and just 2 hits. Green's coming off that very impressive complete game one-hitter against the Chicago Cubs, so he really seems to have it going on right now. He's a really nasty pitcher, just like Skeens is. Cincinnati, they've won 5 in a row, but when you take a look at it, 2 of those wins were actually 1-0 shutouts, so the pitching staff's really getting it done. Maybe not so much piling up the runs here. They're hitting just 225 over their last 10 games, and we pretty much know how the Pirates have been offensively all season, pretty abysmal. They are last in the National League in batting average, last in runs scored, last in home runs, last in slugging. So they just obviously don't get it done at the plate here. So it's an important game for the Reds, but I think the value, like I said, in this one lies in the under the 7-run total.
Under the total here with the Reds and the Pirates. Of course, we see Skeens penciled in there. So you got to wonder here, this last start, right? I don't think they're going to throw him here on. They won't wait to pitch on Sunday, right here on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, there's 3 days, right? There's no chance to pitch him again to close it out. So the question always here is how deep do you think Skeens will go in the start?
Yeah, that is always the question. It seems like lately he's been going about 6 innings or so. It just his domination on the Reds, and just kind of like I said, the Reds really haven't been piling up the runs as well recently offensively. So that is the one worrisome thing with Skeens. How deep is he going to go? But the innings he does give him, I'm going to be darn good. And like I said, the Reds hitters just a little. It's important, but they're not piling up the runs right now.
All right, hope we can get this one in, because in the Ohio games, we do have a chance of rain in both of those, the Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. But, they're going to try and get these games in. We don't want any double headers here on Thursday.
Yeah, it's the last thing they want right now.
It's the last thing they want. Got to get these ones in. Reds, Pirates, under 7. This one is 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Damon, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium as we head into a Wednesday, and of course head into a big weekend of coverage as well. Baseball winding down regular season, a lot of NFL, college football for this week. What do you have for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we're going to have some baseball over there for sale. And then obviously football coming up Thursday, Friday, and, obviously the big weekend on top. A lot of great college football games this weekend. So definitely check me out. As always, the 3-7 30-day plan is the way to go. But my favorite is the 2-for-1, 3-for-1, however many for one capper deal. Put as many of us here at Pick Dogs to work for you, where you guys can get the most bang for your buck.
Absolutely there. Get on board Damien over at Pick Dog Prim. Long subscriptions are the way to go. All these sports are overlapping. We're just a couple weeks away from hockey. Then here comes NBA. So no better time to get that long-term subscriptions, 7-day, 30-day, 1-year all sports pass. Pick is a promo code. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Damien, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great night.
You as well. Damian Sosh here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. More baseball coverage for this Wednesday. Let's bring in David Racey. Been red hot over at Pick Dog Trim. Top all these leaderboards. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Coming off of a great weekend in college football and NFL. Baseball wasn't so kind to me, but still have been red hot, like you said, over the last week, and excited to get into football again this weekend.
Very good. Let's get to it here. Major League Baseball here for Wednesday. We got the Twins and Rangers head-to-head. We see the Rangers favored 215, total coming here at 7.5.
Yeah, the Rangers come into to play, at least on Tuesday night, clinging to hopes in that AL wildcard race, which is just about done for them. They did play well down the stretch, almost got back into the race, but they've kind of fallen off here. But we're going to look at a total here in this one. And I know the Twins' offense is bad and Texas isn't much better, but I'm going to take the over 7.5 here. I just don't like this pitching matchup, really for either side. The Rangers are going with DeGrom, who is, as we know, normally pretty good. But as you look at his last 3 starts, he's allowed 11 earned runs in those 3 outings, only pitched more than 5 1/3 innings in one of the 3. So he's not really pitching particularly well. And On the other side, Taj Bradley's going for the Twins, and he's been a disaster. He's allowed 7 earned runs in 2 of his last 5 starts. He's allowed 14 earned runs in his last 3 outings, 2 of which he allowed 8 hits in. So he's just getting knocked around, giving up a ton of hard contact. I think Texas, even with their low-scoring offense, can have a pretty solid day at the plate here. Like I said, they are struggling right now, but I think this is a good pitcher to get back on the right track against. And then if you look at the Twins, they haven't won many games recently, but their games do tend to go over at least this small number. You look at they've gone over 7.5, and let's see, 1, 2, 5 of their last 6. They're giving up a ton of runs right now. You look at their pitching staff, 8, 6, 6, 10, and 10 in their last 5 losses. So I don't trust Bradley. I don't trust the bullpen. I think we'll see plenty of runs, so I like the over in this one.
There we go with David here. Twins and Rangers over a total here of 7.5. You mentioned that the bullpen has just been really poor this year. Really can't get anything going in that rotation other than Joe Ryan. Who else sticks out? Ober is not fun much. Simeon was Richardson, not much. Pablo Lopez, we'll see what he does. And this to me just seems like a team that's going to be looking for a new pitching coach, and maybe the existing pitching coach knows his days are numbered there.
Yeah, they when they made all those moves at the deadline, I mean, they were already, average to below average team, and then they made all the moves at the deadline with their lineup, and it's just fallen apart for them. They're really just limping to the end of this season. They've really fallen apart. They're over 20 games below 500 right now, and next year is not going to be any better unless they have a huge off season, which I just don't see happening. So the moves at the deadline definitely changed the trajectory for this Twins team, and I think it was for the worse.
No doubt about that here, David, on Twins Rangers over 7.5. This one have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Brim here. For this card on Wednesday, a lot of baseball here on tap. Of course, head into a big weekend of football coverage. You can see David has been on fire here the last 60 days. 1,066 units of profit document over at Pick Dodge Brim. You can verify those numbers. Click the link in the description, land here, and you'll find David here on the leaderboards, and then click to his page. So when they get to your page, David here, what will you have for sale?
Yeah, I'm eyeing one game in the afternoon here on Wednesday, and then I'll have a full slate of games for Wednesday night. But like everyone talks about, long-term's the way to go. Football-wise, I'm number 1 on the leaderboards for NFL and college football so far this season. It's been a really solid few weeks for me. I went 8-0 in the NFL this past weekend. College, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think I had 18 total picks, so I'm definitely one of the higher volume cappers here on Pick Dog. So long-term is going to get you the most value just by sheer volume that I have. So head on over, check it out. Let's keep winning.
Keep winning here with Dave Racey over at Pick Dog. We see the results, 1,066 units of profit, all documented at space on $100 unit wager size, verified over at Pick Dog Shrimp. So get on board with David. Long trip script is the way to go with all these sports overlapping. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. Right, David, it's always great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll catch you with you again next week.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony. And one thing I forgot to mention was my Lions got a huge win on Monday night. And the Super Bowl parade is back on in Detroit.
It certainly is. It certainly is. All right. David Racey here on the Drive Thru. And now it's time for my pick. We go to Major League Baseball here for Wednesday. Red Sox and Blue Jays. You see Red Sox favored in this one. And I'll be on the favorite here with Boston at this -142 price. Garrett Crochet will get the start here for the Red Sox, facing Max Scherzer here for the Blue Jays. But you look at Crochet on the road, ERA of 2.42, but Scherzer is just moving the wrong direction here. Look at his past 5 starts, ERA near 9.5. He is just getting hammered this season by the home run ball. Nearly 2 home runs per 9 innings. This Boston team can hit the home run. Boston now 16-7 on the road against the division. That's a plus 11.5 unit return, and their bullpen is also in the better recent form. Of course, Boston, as we know, has been good in that road divisional game. So we're going to take Crochet and Boston Red Sox here at -142. All right, check out Pick Dodge Premium. I'll have my best bet on the board for Major League Baseball. Having a great year at Major League Baseball amongst the unit leaders. Number 2 at Pick Dogs for baseball units return. Click the link in the description land here, and you'll see me up on the leaderboard in Major League Baseball. So click that link and get signed up. Hit the premium tab, and you'll find my page and get my best bet for today's action. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. The Drive Thru is with you here on demand Tuesday through Saturday. And give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. That's going to do it for now. I'm Tony T, and we'll talk with you guys again tomorrow.